Don't think these boys are so nice and gentle to pack the captain's kit bag. They don't do it. So I packed my kit bag myself. That's the first one. Second, your first question was Steve waiting. It was actually the first time I forgot my blazer in the dressing room. I was so nervous as captain during that series because I had just become captain and Australia were a fantastic side. And we lost the first test in Bombay. We got hammered by Australia. And I knew my job was on the line if we can come back and win or even level the series. So coming to Calcutta, we had to pick a squad. I didn't know which spinner to play. Ganguly was injured that time. Harbhajan was in his first series. So we were a very young team and I did not know which spinner to pick in that squad. So I was walking into the game, into the toss, with the number 11 not written. Because I didn't know whether to play Harbhajan or whether to play Venkatapati Raju. And I said, let me get till the end and whatever my gut feel says, I'll put it. So doing that, I forgot my blazer. So I saw Steve standing next to the umpire with his blazer and an Indian captain didn't have a blazer. So I had to wait and go back and get my blazer. And by the time I was 3 or 4 minutes late and Steve was fuming. So luckily I put Harbhajan Singh's name and went into the toss and we lost the toss. Australia batted. But ultimately Harbhajan got 14 wickets that game and we won the test match. So as I say, good things happen and by accident also. So, that was the reason. First time he waited and then I realized that after winning the test match, he was very upset because he made us follow on and we came back and won it. And I realized that when I went to Chennai for the third test, it was a different Australian team. So in Chennai I made him wait deliberately. And I remember we beat them in Chennai, in Chepauk, and we won the series 2-1. It was a huge relief for me. Nathan Naukri was in India. So that was one. And then immediately 6 months later we went to Australia, where we beat Australia and played outstandingly. I remember before the first test, we had the match referees meeting of the rules and everything. And as me and Steve walked out of the match referees meeting, he took me to a corner. It was his last test series and he said, this is my last series, make sure you turn up at toss at the right time. So I said, I used to respect him enormously because he was an absolute champion as a batsman and he resurrected Australian cricket in his own way. So I told him, Captain, you're somebody who I respect enormously, but if you stop writing about me in the media, I'll be at the toss at the right time. And for the 4 test matches, there was not one article on Sourav Ganguly in the newspaper by Steve Waugh. And I used to be at the toss before him every day. So it was just one of those things which happened. And then I realized that, it was a different Australian team under pressure. We beat them in Australia also, I remember in Adelaide where they got 400 and we came back and beat them. So the first one was an accident and the next one was purpose. So it was just small mind games which happens on sports.